is easy side. So if you have a startup, you might feel that, oh, I wish I had a corporate job. Some people do have that feeling. And if you have a job, you might feel, oh no, I wish I could live life on my own. But it is never like that. Oh no, I wish I could live life on my own. But it is never like that.
Hello viewers, this is Krishnendu. I am your host and you are watching Champ Story. Today with us Dr. Shweta Tewari, founder and CEO of Amitiel Consultants. How are you, Dr. Shweta?
I'm good, thank you, Krishnendu. How are you doing?
I'm also good. So, Dr. Shweta, every business and brand have a story to start. So, what is the story behind Amitiel Consultants? How you start this Amitiel Consultants?
Interesting question. So I had finished my studies from Bangalore, and I was working with a few companies in the corporate, like ICICI Bank and Kelly Services. And my last company was back in 2016, which was a startup. So I was always excited about working with startups. You know, they give you an opportunity of doing something new, and you have a lot of option to grow, and of course they pay you much better. So yeah, so I joined the startup, which was a US MNC, and they had just started their operations in India. And I was into their consultancy space, and we had to set up the entire operations from scratch. So I was quite excited about it, and we did well. Like the branch where I was there, we were doing well. But eventually, after a year and a half, the other section, which was a major part of the company, like they were into trainings and conferences, and we were into recruitment or hiring. So the training section started struggling, and they had to sort of wind up operations completely because there were financial issues. So when I moved out, I thought that if I can actually set up something from scratch for someone else, I can actually try something like that with myself. And being in the corporate for 3 years, not a very long time, but there were a few things which I liked, but a lot of things which I did not like as well. So I tried out, and that's how it started. And at the
Mhm.
same time, I applied for my doctoral course. So both worked out together. So I had a lot of time on my plate to work for my startup as well as finish my studies. So
Mhm.
that's the story.
So, as a woman starting a startup, did you face any difficulties which you think you, as a woman, that's why you only face these difficulties?
As a woman, I would not say that I faced any resistance or anything from anybody. Yes, so I think this is with everybody who starts off something new. The first thing which probably you face a challenge is the ambiguity. Right?
Mhm.
It Life gets very ambiguous. I mean, not that it is any way clearer, but when it comes to something like your income or something like stability, you need to have a lot of clarity so that you can control your anxiousness and stuff. So that's one place where I had issues, and otherwise it was fine. Like I met a very good set of people along my journey, and it was a good experience, and it is a still good experience. So it depends on you personally. Like, there's this concept of what you give is what you get. That doesn't apply everywhere, but yes, in the professional world, it does. So if you talk same, you will get back sanity, and if you are behaving weird, then yeah, so that's
So,
about it.
what are the main services your company provide?
um, we are into internet marketing basically. So internet marketing is a very huge area. So our niche is only into content writing, graphic designing, website services. So these three is what
Mhm.
we do.
Mhm. Okay. So on internet marketing, is there any niche particular? Because in internet marketing, there is SEO, PPC, social media marketing. These things also comes. So what are the main thing you cover in internet marketing?
So under that, we are currently doing only content and SEO.
Okay.
All right. And we are supplying graphics for clients who are doing the other section of the internet marketing which you mentioned, but we don't take up PPC or we don't take up anything else apart from what I just mentioned.
Okay. So you are only the person in the team or there is a team behind you?
So we are a team of around 40 plus people,
Mhm,
designers and writers, developers.
mhm. Okay. So your main office, where is your office located?
So my office in Calcutta is in Salt Lake, and we operate from Bangalore as well. Raheja Arcade, it's in MG Road.
Okay. So if
Yes.
anyone want to contact you for their marketing needs, what is the best way to contact you?
It's either through email or calling during office hours. If it is outside office hours, they can just drop us a WhatsApp and we'll get back.
Okay. So email ID and the WhatsApp number will be mentioned in the description. Viewers, you can check from the description, and working hours also mentioned on the description. So the next question is, means, did you ever demotivated when you just started this consulting? Because yes, every business is at the starting stage. They are facing lots of difficulties, lots of challenges. There are no stable way of income. That might be some starting months there is no income. Because I when I just also started digital, I also faced this kind of difficulties. So how you overcome these things? How you overcome your demotivation?
Yes, so there were blue days when I used to feel that I just need, when you, especially in the beginning, when you are used to having something getting credited in your account at the end of the month. So leaving a corporate is not easy because, yes, it might be easy in a few things. Like, for example, you will have a better work-life balance for sure if you have something of your own. But the demotivation part I did feel because there were few services which we started off initially, and the turnaround time of those services were really high. So I was not okay with it. So if I wanted something which gives me quick returns, and that's when I scrapped the idea and I started off into something completely different. So it was the first 2 months which was really hard, and yeah, so demotivation, how I handled it is probably with the support of a lot of support of my family, and yeah, and probably the clients that I have been working with, they have been a major part of our not so big, but yes, success.
So what are the USP of your service?
USP, one major USP is that we connect with our clients. So when I say connect, there are a lot of definitions around it, but understanding and empathy is something which is really important when you are working with someone. So yes, that is something which we do, and we do understand the requirements really well. Then we our major things which we strive for and all the consultants strive for is quality and the lowest turnaround time. So deadlines, it's very important for us. These are the USPs.
Okay. So, do you want to pass any message to the upcoming startups who are just right now starting up, means who are just quitting job and starting their business, or whatever? I mean, they want to start their business in the upcoming days. So, what message do you want to pass them?
I would like to tell them that nothing in life comes easy. So it might always seem that grass is greener on the other side. So if you have a startup, you might feel that, oh, I wish I had a corporate job. Some people do have that feeling. And if you have a job, you might feel, oh no, I wish I could live life on my own. But it is never like that. So you need to pick your battles, and you have to work. If there's something that you want to achieve, you need to work. It's not like money is going to fall just because you have founded a startup and you have a website, and if you think 2 days later that my god, I have cash, it never works like that. So in fact, both a corporate job and a startup is very tedious. And if you are very attached to a company that you're founding, which is highly likely, that is how entrepreneurs are, you have to work 24/7 because it's a responsibility. Like when you have a child, it is a responsibility. So you cannot just leave it on somebody, and that feeling is going to stay with you forever. So yeah, so you need to work. Basically, that's my message, and nothing comes easy. So yeah.
There's one thing for as a startup when you're just starting a new company. There's a main major factor is your staffs, your employees. They should be also the same like-minded like you. So if an employee is not good, if an employee is money minded and they're thinking like a 10 to 7 job, so it's very difficult for a startup owner to handle the startup. So do you also face this kind of employees means on your team? And seriously, this kind of employees demotivate you a lot. Means I also face this situation. I also passed this means I hired someone, they just 10 to 7 jobs. They're just saying, you know, it's I'm just doing my duty, but there is no outcome. So that kind of thing is there. So how do you overcome this situation also?
See, ideally, what I believe is that yes, we should be nice, but there is a border which needs to be drawn. Okay?
Mhm,
So when it comes to somebody who is just taking money and there is no productivity, the
mhm,
next thing which I do is fire, because it might sound too aggressive, but that's how it should work. So
mhm,
I cannot, in fact, nobody should tolerate somebody who's not giving any output, right? I mean, relationship is good. Of
mhm,
course, you can always stay associated with us in some other way, but it's a give and take thing. I am connected professionally, so I need to get something out of somebody. If you
mhm,
are treating, or any employee is treating it like a job,
mhm,
well, it's awesome, but there needs to be some output.
mhm,
So we don't pay people just for sitting,
mhm.
and nobody should. I mean, why should you? We could,
Exactly.
and
We
regarding,
are
yeah,
doing
regarding,
business, not charity. We are doing business here.
and even in charity, like, you need to give something to somebody to stay in the
Exactly.
business of charity.
Mhm,
Even if you say that charity is not a business, it's always give and take. It's never, no, there's no free lunch.
mhm,
So if you think that as an entrepreneur, people are a bit scared that if you will be able to successfully replace the resource or not,
mhm,
so I would say that we live in an overpopulated country, and
mhm,
if not someone else,
mhm.
you will definitely find somebody. So
There are many candidates are waiting for a job, and especially is after COVID, there are many one is looking for. You will find obviously a good candidate if your candidate is not.
not just about COVID, it's more of a choice that you face as an owner.
Mhm,
So you either choose to hold on to that person because you have a fear and keep paying, or
mhm,
you fire the person, save the money, and get a little mental stress and wait for a while and find somebody worth it.
mhm. So that you suggest, right?
You definitely fire. Don't pay for nothing. Why? I mean, I don't have so much money. I have a startup. I can't pay.
So that's
Yeah.
every startup. Every startup when you just start something with a limited budget. It's not like we are not like Ambani's. Okay? We have a lots of things to.
One will not pay you for doing nothing. I mean, no, doesn't work like that. Nobody will pay you for doing nothing.
Exactly. So, well, thank you, Dr. Shweta. It's a very good meeting with you. Viewers, you can contact Dr. Shweta. I'll send her website link, her email address, and WhatsApp number in the description. You can contact her. And please do like and share our video and subscribe our channel to watch more videos like this. Thank you.
Sure. Thanks, Krishnendu. It was nice interacting with you and wish you all the best with your journey with Champ's story and the Jubilee.
Thank you. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.